Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to School Science. My name is Luke and this is the Bramley project. Now I do apologise about the little week hiatus. Due to the unfortunate weather, we were just not able to get the drone out on that particular day, and today was just the ample time. We had nice clear weather, we had some work going on the site, so obviously I had to stick to the correct heights and everything and stay at the right distance away from people as well as areas of the site. So I did do my best to try and make sure I was sticking to the Civil Aviation Authority's 50 metres away from the general public rules and regulations, as well as Everton's staying between 80 to 120 metres when you're anywhere near or around the site. But yeah, over the course of the site, everything has just come along nicely. I was also told apparently shareholders were given a little insight into the site as well, so they were around the site as well last week, having a look around on foot. Barry 1878 and Toffee TV got to get access to the site. So I'm really happy for them. It's good that they were able to get around the site and actually have a look around. And one thing to actually note, if you have a look on the south stand right now, you can actually see one of the roof struts getting put into place. So these little guys are just going to be lined across the back end of the stand. That's where part of the roof is going to be, where it arches over the site itself and into where the stadium actually shapes out. So once those start coming together, and if you have a quick little glance over on the west stand as well, you can see that the west stand has just moved so far ahead. So we can actually see the beginning stages of the west stand's seating area coming into place as well. So you'll actually see that into greater detail a little bit later into the video, because I have got a little surprise for you. So when we go over to the next section, you'll actually see it. I'm not going to say anything just yet because it'll spoil the surprise. But yeah, south stand itself is pretty much near close to completion in terms of stage 3. When stage 4 comes along, we're going to be seeing like the roof and everything coming into place, as well as a few other features. I'll have to have a little look into them to tell you what they are at a later point in the next video, which is going to be coming next week, either out or midweek, depending on what happens around the site. Now, here's the surprise for you. We are now inside the stadium itself. Now, what we're doing is just for the fact that at this point, as people are saying, you're more than happy following the rules and everything, but if no one else follows the rules, then what's the point? I mean, for following the rules and everything, I don't get a thank you from Everton, I don't get a thank you from Lango Rare. No one thanks me for following the rules and everything and sticking to it when everyone else says, oh screw it, we'll do whatever the hell we want. So at this point in time, I am still following their rules to a technicality, because this video right now is being recorded at 110 meters high, and we're trying to get the insides of the stadium itself, because that is where all the action is going on. So you can actually see inside where all the concrete's getting laid out, where we can actually see like the staircase sort of set up, and you can even see where the vomitorium sort of areas are, where where people will spew out and actually come to where their seating is. If anyone didn't know what vomitorium actually meant, it basically means to spew forth. So if you see in the north and south stands, there's like little sections where there are openings, where in Goodison you normally see it where you come out from the stairs to get to your seat. That is what's technically called a vomitorium. I might actually be wrong on that one. If I am wrong, please feel free to comment that I'm an idiot and I'm wrong. But yeah, and looking over on the west stand, I will say from the past couple of weeks to now, the progression of that is absolutely astronomical. So from what I remember, it was only this small section by where the corners were, and it just came in and that was it. Now they've actually pushed well into the stadium itself, so that is just magnificent to see. We're seeing everything moving along, everything is coming along nicely, it's all going as streamlined as possible. At this rate, I would be happy to say that we could potentially be done. Not before the end of this season, but definitely before the end of next season. I would be very happy to say that we will be done before the end of next season, and potentially our last home game of the season could potentially be at Bramley Moor. Who knows? I have a high doubt of that, but I've got high confidence that we're going to be done before then, and probably stadium tours will be in action by then. But yeah, looking over the north stand as well, most of the steelwork here is done and dusted, so right now what they're starting to do is get things prepped and ready for the roof to come into place here as well. So we're going to actually see the insides of here as well soon. I have done both sides, north and south, so they are the main focus at the moment, being the north stand and the south stand. Once the west stand starts getting more work done to it and everything, and we start seeing more steel coming up, then I'm going to start doing some extra focus to the west stand as well as the east stand. But for now, as we know, obviously, the north and south stands are going to be the main areas of the stadium where the main aspect of the fans is going to be. South stand in particular, that's where a lot of the die-hard fans are going to be. Now, I could be wrong in that point. I know for a fact myself, my family and friends who sit nearby me, we've all pretty much agreed what we're going to do is we're going to go to where the south stand is and get our seats where we are in Goodison at the south stand. Now, myself, I'm row double G. So double G over there could potentially be, you know, it could only be halfway up. I mean, where I am right now is in the lower Gladys row, double G. At a decent height, let's put it like that. So where that is in terms of the stadium aspect, it's probably going to be a little bit closer to the field because the way the seats are there, they're going to be, I'm not going to say shallow, they're going to be more frequent, let's put it like that. So yeah, looking inside on the north stand as well, you can actually see everything to scale. We can see the north stand as one whole unit because for a good time, it was split into two, where you had like the corners sort of coming in on themselves. Now that's all joined and we can see even more of the concrete where we're going to have, you know, the seats and everything laid out. Everything, I haven't got any true words to sort of describe how I feel seeing all this coming together and everything. It's just magnificent to see everything making its progress. And I'm assuming just over the course of time, we are going to just see more of this stuff coming along because now the steelwork's done, that's all you have to do is just get the concrete in place, get the roof in place, get the seats in, get the electric, get the plumbing, get the gas, get the concierge areas, get all that sort of stuff ready, and it's close to done. Like, this is one of the main areas.
Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all my patrons over here. So if you want to be like any of these guys and get ad-free content, early access, and your name in the sidebar, why not go over to the Patreon and become part of the School Science Superfan. Now, we have got two tiers there. So the first one being basically a £1 cup of coffee tier. It's essentially just like reaching into your back pocket, getting £1 and saying, Luke, I like what you're doing, mate. Here's £1 on me, go get yourself a cup of coffee. It hasn't got any real perks or benefits, but it just helps the channel, like a little £1 donation to say, I like what you're doing, mate. Please keep doing what you're doing. We also have got the £3 School of Science Superfan tier. Now, that one gives you early access, ad-free content, mainly to the Bramley Mall stuff, just because that is not as time sensitive. In my post-match stuff as well, some other things, it's a little bit more difficult, just because when that stuff goes out, normally time is of the essence, so I've got to get it out as quickly as possible. So it's not essentially giving you early access to those sorts of videos. However, you still do get the ad-free content on that sort of stuff. Also, I would like to just get this one as a little bit of an announcement. So I'm going to get rid of all of this. I'm going to get rid of mainly this and get back into the full screen here real quick. So what we're going to be doing with the channel is mainly just a beta test, just to test things out, to start things out. So what we're going to be doing is, instead of focusing solely on Everton for the rest of the season, what I am going to be doing is widening the brand to all of the Premier League. Now, this is purely just going to be post-match stuff focused solely on the Premier League. So let's say, for argument's sake, when Liverpool take on Wolves, I'll talk about that. When Arsenal take on Everton, I'll talk about that. When West Ham take on Brighton, I'll be talking about that. It's going to try and be in a neutral sort of aspect. So if Wolves beat Liverpool, I'll say well done to the Wolves, commiserations to Liverpool. If vice versa, it's well done to Liverpool, unfortunate they're Wolves. Or if it's a draw, good job, this team played better than this team, sort of thing. I'm trying to keep it in a neutral sort of aspect. And it's solely going to be a beta test for the rest of the season on this channel. If it works, there will be a secondary channel which will be going on to. And it's essentially, for now, with the beta test name, it's just going to be called Premier League Talk. If you like the concept of this, please show it some support by watching the videos, give them feedback. Yeah, I'll give them feedback on this video and let me know what your thoughts are on this. Now, granted, this is meant to be an Everton-centric channel, but opening it up to a wider sort of audience in the terms of the Premier League can also help with the stadium videos, because people might be able to see these and go, oh yeah, Everton are making a stadium. Let's see how that's getting on. It helps in that sort of aspect. So if you like the idea, just let me know. If you don't like it and you want to suggest something else, let me know about that as well. I'm always keen to hear from you guys about this sort of stuff. So yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. Peace.